Nikita Krylov calls out Anthony Smith after his win over Volkan Oezdemir and the first round knockout win over Alexander Gustafsson. Recently inside the UFC, his only losses have come to very good fighters. Jan Blachowicz by arm triangle choke submission. That is a former UFC champion. Glover Teixeira, a former UFC champion, by a split decision. Magomed Ankalaev by unanimous decision, but that man is a future UFC champion. And Paul Craig, a top 10 UFC light heavyweight fighter. At least I believe he is in that top 10 of the light heavyweight division at number 9 in the division. But Nikita has that, yeah, he did lose to Paul Craig, but he's beaten Johnny Walker right there. He just beat number 8 Volkan Oezdemir. Dominic Reyes has a fight. Jamal Hill's looking to go up the rankings. Anthony Smith is right there just after losing to Magomed Ankalaev. I think we got a clear February or maybe a March UFC Fight Night 5-round main events. Anthony Smith versus Nikita Krylov. Anthony Smith was the main event against Devin Clark, guys. He was the main event against Devin Clark. He was the main event against Ryan Spann. He was the main event against Alexander Rakic right there. The main event against Glover Teixeira. He was the main event against John Jones. The main event against Alexander Gustafsson. He's been the main event in a lot of his fights, except for the Jimmy Crute and Magomed Ankalaev fights, which were on pay-per-views. If Anthony Smith is on a UFC Fight Night, it's gonna be on the main event. And if Nikita's calling him out, this is 2 top 10 light heavyweight fighters, number 5 in the world, and most likely number 8 in the world. The winner probably gets a shot at like the loser of Jan Blachowicz, Magomed Ankalaev, the loser of Glover versus Erie, something like that. But what do y'all think? Anthony Smith and Nikita Krylov. Personally, I would have to go Anthony Smith to win that fight.